So, of course, talking Irish talent here at Perform 2022, and our little behind-the-scenes vibe here, I dragged the one and only Emer Walsh. It's you! It's you! So, listen, talking about success stories and talking about Irish talent who have gone on to do amazing things, your name is at the top of that list.
Oh gosh, that's very kind.
Like, you must have left Ireland at a time to, you know, go off and pursue a dream where that dream was non-existent. Like, you know, if you, nobody did what you did at that time.
There was a couple maybe, but yeah, there wasn't that many to look to. No, none at all.
A few of you kind of broke out of the mold.
Yeah,
and
right
like,
for it.
You've got so many amazing credits to your name. Is there one that you pick and go, I did that?
I'd be greedy and say there's a few, but I think...
Don't be greedy, girl. Own every single one of them.
There's a couple that stand out. Choreographing for X Factor was a big take for me because that was the epitome of a dancer. In my generation, that was the job you wanted to get as a dancer. So I did do it as a dancer, and then nearly 10 years later, I choreographed the show. That was a big wow, sit back and.
Because watching things like X Factor and like, you know, the MTV Video Music Awards, they were what us as kids got us into being performers.
Top of the pops.
Realistically, top of the pops, SMTV.
Yeah.
So for you to be, you know, watching, dancing, choreographing on one of the biggest shows, it was almost like you were untouchable at a time. Leaving Ireland and, you know, the girl's done good kind of situation. Whereas nowadays, there's so much success to be coming from Ireland. Is that weird for you to look at? Not weird in a bad way, but weird in a good way. To look at that now, people from Ireland are leaving this country and doing some amazing things. Is that like, wow, we're doing that?
I just think it's like progress, isn't it? Like if there's a path forged, then there's more people able to tread down it. And it's beautiful because I have been a teacher for nearly 20 years now, and to get to see the people that I've had a hand in, or people that I've met along my journey or their journey, and then go and see them do beautiful things, or people that I've never met who are from here who are doing amazing things. It's great. Like you can't help but be proud of where we've come from and where they're going next. Like the sky's the limit. Like
what are the takeaways from a career like yours? Like what have you kind of like taken for yourself over the years and you're able to pass on to people you meet, you know, those people who you kind of go, here, listen, I'll give you a bit of advice. Like what are the like some of the key takeaways?
Never give up if it makes you happier than it makes you sad. You have to be tenacious. Like it's not going to walk up and knock on your door and be like, hey, do you want this job? You have to hustle. But if it makes you happy and it gives you joy, then it's worth it. And I took some time out because I had a little boy, and we moved home, and I hadn't been in class for a really long time. And I almost was frightened to go back because I kind of, even though I've been doing this for so long, I almost psyched myself. I thought, can I still? I went to the class, I got back in the environment, and I had to go outside and have a moment to myself. I thought, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I love. And I think if you feel that way about it, and it can pay your bills with a side hustle maybe on the side, then it's worth it.
It strikes me when you said that you went back into class, like whose class did you go into? And were they like, oh God, oh no?
So I was in London and I went back into, Sean Niles is a great friend of mine, and John Graham, who's also another Irish expat. I went into their classes, and they'd be people whose classes I'd taken for years. Saw the slip in the back and wave. But I look around and I don't know anyone in the room, you know? Because it's a whole new generation now, and it's changes so much and everything's so trend driven. But I believe that there are educators and there are teachers, and I always want to be in the rooms where I feel like they're giving you more than just steps.
Do you follow into the trends? Do you lend yourself or like to what is up and coming, to what is moving with the times, or do you bring an element of you to a new set of trends?
Yeah, I guess I'm always going to be me. I can't be anybody else, unfortunately. Everyone else's job's taken already. I'll be me, or maybe Beyonce.
Me too.
So I'll be me, and then I'll try and make sure that I'm keeping up and keeping it like in check with what's current and what's going on. And I love dance. I love performance. Like I'm always watching, like just watch the AMAs, watch any performance I can, and still love it. So I'm hungry to know what this stuff is.
Briefly touch on Eurovision because I'm obsessed, which Emer knows, by the way. Your job on that, like, that was genius. That was everything that Ireland needed. And, you know, Brooke and the girls did such a good job, but, you know, you created what it looked like. You created a visual for that.
I did, yeah.
And, like, you kind of, although it didn't go to where it should have gone, when it comes to results and votes. But like you put Ireland back on the map. You, Brooke,
Oh,
and the girls
wow.
put
Thank
Ireland
you.
back on the map to make us proud to have done Eurovision. So
Oh,
whatever
thank you.
happened, what was that experience like? That was your first time to.
First time Eurovision, first time in a creative role. So everything you saw, with the exception of really the costume, everything else was me. So the cameras, the camera angles, the lights, the screens, the choreo, the staging, everything. And it was a
Wow.
big task. And Eurovision is an experience.
It's a beast.
Yeah, and I've done a lot of jobs in my life. I've never experienced production like that, like military precision. Okay, you're up. Okay, you're out. And I learned a hell of a lot. And I'm so proud of those girls. Like, I love them with my whole soul. Those 4 girls, those 4 dancers did everything I could have asked for them and more. And Brooke is a force in nature. I adore her. She's so talented, and I was heartbroken for her because I really thought she deserved it, you know? So
I think she,
it is what it is.
absolutely, but I think the One Direction syndrome, as I always call it, really kicks in because she became a star in her own right outside of it.
Yeah.
And we got to
Such a
talk.
character.
We got to talk more about you and the girls and Brooke because of not transcending to the next level. And I think that there's big things in her future,
I
as she's
hope
already
so.
doing.
I hope so.
And your
She
job on
deserves
that,
it.
your job on that was just absolutely
Well,
amazing.
thank you.
Talk to me about being here to perform.
Oh,
What's
I
it like?
love
This is
coming here.
This is your first year?
No, this is my 3rd year.
3rd year.
Yes, I was here in 2019, and then I skipped one, and then I was here last year. But I just come home, so this year I feel a little bit like I'm more familiar with everyone. I've got to know a lot of the students in Ireland, and I love it here. It's great. Like, this is what Ireland needs. It's what the dance community needs. A place where you can all come together, learn from different people, explore different genres, different teachers, different performances. It's great, and I can't wait to teach. We're gonna have a great time.
Amazing, amazing. Emer, I'll let you get ready.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for chatting to us.
My pleasure.